Hello viewers, welcome to Kboxtv. It's another episode of the Total Boxing Show, and today I'm here with my regular guys, Daniel Sowah and Cudjoe Amedoda. We'll be discussing what's happening in the world of boxing. First, we'll take it from Ghana. We'll go straight to our neighbors, Nigeria, and also discuss the fact that they'll be back in action tomorrow, God willing, on a Fly Kit boxing promotions event. From there, we'll jump to what's happening in the USA. If I say USA, I mean there's a Ghanaian fighter who is fighting Emmanuel Gameboy Tagoe, who'll be making his debut, and a lot of eyes are on him. Yesterday we had him on the show, and he said a lot of things, and we're gonna talk about it with the crew and find out his chances against Emmanuel tomorrow night. Also, we talk about No Party No Latte, who is currently in the country or back in Ghana. And then Manyo Plange is in the news with an opportunity to fight an elimination bout soon. And so we'll talk about it as well. And, other matters are rising. Currently, I have Amedoda on the show, and so I'll bring him in real quick. But then I always want to say a very big thank you to all the guys who make time to watch us when we are on the show. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, kindly hop onto the YouTube. It's the same Kboxtv, Kboxtv, just like you see on Facebook, just like you see on Twitter. Just hop on YouTube, type Kboxtv, and then follow us or subscribe to our channel. Like I said, this is the biggest channel in Africa that's talks about nothing but boxing. Is the platform giving Ghanaian boxers, African boxers, the platform for people around the world to get to know and to hear about them. And so currently I have Baba Indiga, who commented and said Kboxtv to the world. Baba, thank you for always making time. There's a big show in Ghana happening on Sunday, and that's the reason why a lot of things in Ghana, talking about promotions wise, are happening and people are also excited about. So let me bring on the show Cudjoe Amedoda, who talked to us about the show that is happening in Ghana. Cudjoe, welcome to Kboxtv.
Thank you very much, Kofi.
After a very long time, after we've seen a few countries boxing, Tanzania, Nicaragua, USA, UK. I mean, finally, boxing is returning to the motherland. Boxing is returning to Ghana, and it's returning to Nigeria. Let's talk about the Ghana event first. On Sunday, God willing, 29th of November, Ace Power Promotions and Boss Office Force Promotions are teaming up to bring the first show post-COVID-19 to Ghanaians. I mean, for you as one of the panel who's on the show regularly, how do you feel about this news?
Kofi, that's a very great news. That's a big news to Ghana, not just boxing, but to Ghana as a whole.
Yeah.
Because boxing is something that is helping youth in Ghana.
Right.
The youth that are partaking in boxing, they have nothing else to do, just boxing, like it's happening in other places of the world. So as this pandemic broke out and then the break for contact sports and things like that is something that caused a lot of problems for the youth, especially the boxers, and then the stakeholders anyway.
Right.
What I can say is we delayed too much to bring boxing back. I don't know. We delayed too much. Ghana delayed too much to bring boxing back. So sometimes I ask myself, why should it be so? Do the people that's supposed to give the boxers chance to fight don't know what boxing gives to Ghana or what? It delay so much. But thank God now the government has give the chance and then give them some, what should I say, some chances that can help them not to spend so much money, especially as they were saying earlier on that you have to do tests here and there and things like that before, before they stage a fight, which they can't pay for.
Right.
Yeah, the promotion and the GBA boxers, no, they cannot pay for all that. But as they go into it for a very long time, now thank God that the government has come back and then reduce so much hurdles for them to stage boxing. So now boxing is coming on live this Saturday. It's a very good news to everybody. So I congratulate the stakeholders for putting in their effort and then forcing it.
All right.
To be at stage now. We thank them, and we are expecting the good peel, and then how people will come back to love boxing more.
All right. Then quickly, let me bring in my other panel, Daniel Sowah, to also talk about how he feels about the return of boxing in Ghana.
I feel great as a boxing fan and a pundit on your boss. At least it gets us to get something to talk about. We really come on the show, talk about what is happening. At least we also have something that we can talk about. And you know, the whole agenda for Kboxtv and the other media, the new media houses for boxing is to get boxers from Africa. And if boxing has returned in Africa, I think it gives us the opportunity. We have no choice. We have no choice than to talk about boxers from Africa. What is happening in Africa for the world to see, so that they will know the kind of talent we have here. So it's a very good news for us. It's a very good news for the boxing fans and be the fan this year. So.
Yeah, I mean, you've really hit the nail on its head, which is the fact that this show is really dedicated to African boxing, and the fact that boxing is gradually returning to the motherland or Africa is a very good thing. It means we'll have a lot of things to talk about. We'll have a lot of pictures and photos and videos happening on the promotions in Ghana to really share with the world, to get to know that, oh yeah, we have this guy, we have that guy, this is how he's performing, this is how he's doing. And before they even leave the motherland and get to themselves to the UK and the US to compete, and still try their possible best to bring belts and world glories to Ghana. And so it's a very good thing that you've raised. And yes, it has delayed. We can blame a lot of people. We can blame the Ministry of Sport. We can blame the president. But the only person we can really blame, who's not a person, is the COVID-19. And unfortunately, affected everybody. And like every country, everybody has the way that they'll be able to, a plan that they went through to be able to bring the return. And unfortunately, ours delayed. But the good thing is that the boxers will now have an opportunity to fight again. And the good thing is that on 29th, it's going to be a very interesting bill with about eight fights in all. And I spoke to the Ghana Boxing Authority secretary today. He was telling me that there are about 3 more fights in December that are going to happen in Ghana, which is great news. I was like, oh, wow. Then it means after COVID-19, their facility at the GBA is going to be really busy and make sure that boxing returns. Unfortunately, we will not be able to see Fist of Fury, but he said that after December, when we hit 2020, Fist of Fury is going to return really big from January. Hopefully, we won't get any COVID-19 issue worrying anybody. And so we are very confident that, I mean, from then, things will just return like that, and then we'll go. We are just pleading that the few people that have had opportunity or who get opportunity to be at the arena or the venue that the boxing will be streamed should really adhere to protocols, because he mentioned that there are a lot of things that they have laid down, and they are hoping that the few people, including the officials, the boxers, and then and I mean the crew that are going to be around, the media and the people who will be there to stream, they are pleading with you guys to really adhere to protocols, so that at the end of the day, we won't hear any increase in COVID-19 from the people that went there, and we'll give them the more green or more go ahead to be able to do shows. So that's what we are hoping, and that's what we are praying happens on Saturday night. Now let's come to Nigeria. Boxing is returning in Nigeria tomorrow. I'm sure you guys have seen some of the cards already. And for Nigeria, Amedoda, how do you respond to how they've also put themselves together to bring boxing tomorrow?
Kofi, in West Africa here, when you want to talk about the countries, you talk about Nigeria, you talk about Ghana, or you talk about Ghana, you talk about Nigeria. Everybody accepted that Nigeria and Ghana is a twin country, even though some French little countries are in between them, but Ghana and Nigeria, they are twin country. But they do almost everything similar.
Right.
So it's not surprising that Ghana is coming on the stage and then they are also coming on the stage at the same time. But Kofi, do you know something?
Tell us.
This is something that will give a very big boost to Ghana boxing and then African boxing as a whole. Because Ghana and Nigeria, they weave into themselves. Most of the time, Ghanaians travel to Nigeria to go and fight over there. And then they bring a lot of money into the country. Nigerian boxers come here to come and fight and things like that. We have Nigerian boxers in Ghana here, training here, and then boxing here, but they are still Nigerians. Okay? So if boxing is going on starting in Ghana and then starting in Nigeria almost the same time, then it's a very big boost, and then the collaboration will go on, and then everybody will be feeling good with boxing. The boxers will feel good, they'll travel and come back and things like that. So that's a very good news, very, very good news, that nobody needs to joke with it. We have to take advantage of it and make it work big.
Right, interesting. Now, Sowah, Nigeria has been our brothers, like Cudjoe just said, and they are really trying very hard, because I've had a few Nigerian promoters on the show, and they've spoken to the fact that it's been very difficult in trying to promote it and getting regular shows like we see happening in Ghana. Would you say that that boxing has returned and they are taking advantage of? We would see more promotions happening in Nigeria?
It depends on the plan and what promoters in Africa aim to achieve. Because you see, when you are saying you don't have you don't get a lot of fights to promote in Nigeria, there's a big tema. I mean, your labor, which is the boxers, it seems the focus is not there, because if your focus is there, then the first thing you have to do as a promoter, you need products to promote, and those products are the boxers. So if you are saying you're not getting,
it's more of the guys coming on, I've mentioned that it's more of the funds to promote, and the fact that they don't get sponsorship, just like we don't get sponsorship in Ghana. And also lastly, the fact that they don't get a TV to really help them, like how we also don't get a TV to cover. But at least in Ghana, good or no good, or you should get like some Metro one day, you should get GTV one day, but for them it's very difficult unless they Go TV Fight Night. In fact, the promotions company promoting this event is the Fly Kids Boxing Promotions, which have some kind of affiliation with the Go TV people. So anytime that he promotes, there's usually TV. But if you take him away from it, if you take Fly Kids, it's very difficult for you to really see the other promoters like have events on TV.
If our Nigerian promoters are listening to us, I'll tell them it's easier in Nigeria than Ghana. Why am I saying this? They have the population, they have borders, they have the local TV, and you see, when it comes to entertainment, they are way ahead of us. So clearly, I'd rather like to put it this way: their promoters are being lazy. Because if we should put box office promotion, what they are doing in Ghana here, if we should put them in Nigeria, if it will be big names, by now the world will see them. So the promoters there, in fact, you can complain about the money is not there. That's a fact. And you know, even in Ghana here, box office promotion is the same thing. It's always facing the same thing. Right. They do promotion, and at the end of the day, they are not able to get their money. But you know, when you talk about promotion is marketing. And in marketing, what you have to focus, is the numbers. So if you have this kind of population, and you are telling me you can't get to promote, you can't get to do this, and then you are being lazy because the same thing, the same problems you are facing in Nigeria, we are also facing it in Ghana. But yes, so we are doing our best in fight and all that. And you see, Nigerians have affiliations with a lot of big stations. Like you mentioned GoTV. I don't think Itiam has a connection with GoTV. If really if he has the opportunity to work with GoTV or maybe DSTV, if it's that smooth for him to get it, Kofi of his fight to be shown. Like it will be shown and you will start getting viewership across Africa. So what I like to tell our Nigerian promoters is that they are being lazy and they have to accept it. You know, sometimes you have to identify the problem. When you identify the problem, that's when you can work on. And they should understand that the promoting is marketing. So you have to focus on numbers. And they have the numbers. So I don't see them having any really problems. And you know, Kofi, one amazing thing Nigerians have that we don't have is that they support their own. And apart from supporting their own, they really believe in entertainment. If you're a Nigerian promoter and you are able to promote a fight really well, I tell you, one allergy can just give you $2 million that, hey, go and do more. Because it's something with it. And they getting endorsement deals is easier as compared to Ghana. Because we are in this country, Shatawale is trying to Techno or Infinite. But we see Wizkid's image being used in Ghana here and other African countries as well. So they should tell you the kind of the kind of opportunity they get out of countries like us. So the promoters must wake up. They must make sure they are up to the task. Because once they are able to utilize maybe the GoTV, they are utilizing the DSTV, it will create opportunities for promoters in Ghana. Because whether you like it or not, Nigeria is ahead of us in entertainment. So the moment they are able to do things, it will open way for countries like us. So they must wake up and really do what they have to do.
Okay, we just heard from Daniel Sowah saying that Nigerian promoters should wake up. I really feel their pain, you know, because I know how difficult it is to promote, you know, because sometimes you would use all your cash into something, expecting something in return, or as a businessman, you do a business, you expect some kind of profit. And first of all, fans will come, but they would expect you to give them tickets for free. And then you approach sponsorship sponsors, and they will tell you that they would rather buy tickets than even give you money to, you know, to come to be able to do your event. So I understand where you're coming from, and then we hope that things can change, and then, you know, we'll be able to. So this is the event you're talking about that is happening in Ghana, which is the Knockout COVID-19. There was a press conference, was at the press conference room at the Accra Sports Stadium press room. Finally, the show is about to pop off, and it's popping off this Sunday at the Gamashi Hall at the Buko Boxing Arena. I mean, that hall is famously that hall is really famous for the Wasiru and then the Isaac Saki fight. That's where it happened, and another. I think that's the most famous fight that a lot of us will recall from it. Of course, there was Wasiru versus Kamaruddin Boyfio also over there, and it was a very good event, a very nice venue, and it has even been renovated. The last time we went there, they used the place was used to play tennis, and tomorrow, Sunday, God willing, it will be transformed into an arena to have a live boxing coming up. And also the event happening in Nigeria, this is the main event, which is happening between Turning Stars versus Ike. All right, so that's what's happening in Nigeria. God willing, this is tomorrow, happening tomorrow. In your short is in the middle is the Nigerian Boxing Federation Secretary Remy, who's also been on the show and also spoken to the fact that they are all trying their possible best to make sure that boxing can become something. He was formerly a promoter. Now he's a secretary of the Nigerian Boxing Federation. Sorry. So, guys, this is what is happening this weekend. And now we can talk about No Latte Low Party. I'm sure a lot of us watched the fight. If you were not able to watch the fight that day, I'm sure you've seen some few clips of the knockout. Now let me come to you, Sowah, straight. Was it a knockout?
It was a knockout.
the punch really touched Latte's chin.
Yeah, Kofi, from the videos I saw, you could see even with the jabs, Latte couldn't take the jabs. Because after some jabs, it was shaking. He lost his composure. And Kofi, with that fight, I tell you, it tells you Latte, the Latte we saw in the Daniel Dubois is the Latte we've seen in Gorman and this fight. And Kofi, I can point the problem with Latte. The problem with Latte is that fame got into his head. That is it. Fame got into his head.
Fame in what?
When he fought Daniel.
Okay.
Fame in the UK. Because he became popular in the UK. And apart from that, he also gained a name in Ghana. Because in Ghana, people didn't. But after the Dubois fight, he got a lot of fans, like people following him. And Kofi, to be honest, I'll say it's plain. It's childish. I think it's a child. Because if you were able to get the opportunity to fight Daniel Dubois in the UK, and you were so focused, you gave a very good fight, everybody saw what you did, and because of that, doors open, and you were getting opportunity. And you went into the, and fame has gotten into your head, you've forgotten. You see what he did in a Gorman fight and what he did. It's like it's not a boxer. It's just like me telling me that I should be in the ring and go and fight and just throw my. He was not ready. He was not ready to fight. And it's sad. I don't know why you should get an opportunity like this and fame should get into your head. So this is a big lesson to even the boxers here in Ghana. When you get an opportunity and you go to the US or you go to the UK, don't let him get into your head, because you need to make money.
Right.
And you need to be great for your country. So you don't go there and after just 2 fights and the media is talking about you and you go full about. Because right now it's a big disgrace to Ghana. It's a big disgrace to boxing. Because if I'm a boxing fan and I go and watch this kind of fight on matchroom boxing, I'll be sad. I mean, this opponent we all expected will come and do something. We'll look at his walk into the ring. He spent so much time, but in the ring couldn't spend time. And in the ring, it's what people want to see. I was so sad. After now, he disrespected Ghanaian boxers. Because anybody that saw the fight, even from the onset, his opponent was even making fun of him. We doesn't speak well. Your opponent should be scared of you. But your opponent was making fun of you because he knew right from the onset the way you are coming. And one thing he did that I even complain on this show is, you see, some of these boxers, they must spoil the show, because the kind of things we speak here, we don't speak anyhow. We speak for their betterment. We speak for to be better boxers in glory to the country. Remember after his fight with Gorman, I told you what he did. It showed no class. You have lost the fight with Gorman. Instead of you to be worried or to even for some ways, he was so interested in taking pictures. When he take this picture, he goes to this one. Let's take a picture in the ring. And I was asking myself, are you a businessman? Are you really ready for the sport? Did you come here to take pictures so that you come and show it to Africans that went to the UK to fight? No, that is not what we want from you. We want you to fight to win a world title. We want you to fight. And you see, it's sad. I wonder some people think before this fight, at the end, the greatest promoter now, like currently, he was telling him that if he should win this fight, it will open opportunities for him to even get a world title shot. Right. And Kofi, what at the end said, it really meant it. Like if he had won this fight, at the end would have opened a lot of ways for him. He was ready to do that. See where he picked it from. He picked it from his rival. Then you try to disgrace yourself. Kofi, I don't think Latte will even get any fight again. That's the end of his career. Maybe he can come and fight in Ghana for the chicken change.
Maybe you are right. Maybe he won't get opportunity. Maybe he will. I mean, I don't know. But Amedoda, what advice would you give to fighters that gets opportunity to fight on big platforms like the Sky Sports, like the Zone, like the PVC, because this opportunity is one opportunity a lot of boxers, even other fighters in the UK, pray and hope for that they will get a bigger audience. Because some of them are fighting, but they are fighting in small shows or in small halls and all that. The event was promoted at the SSE Arena in Wembley, London, UK, where if Shatawale go and perform, every fan go like, Charlie, only Shatawale performing. Arena, what two? And things. That is where Latte went to fight. You understand? If Sarkodie goes to perform there, you hear, hey, the highest, highest. That is what we hear. They won't let us sleep. But Ghanaian fighters are going there like water. Talk of all the big venues that musicians in Ghana want to get the opportunity to stand. That is where you see Ghanaian fighters. Even where Gameboy is fighting this weekend, it is not easy. Live on the zone, right? The venue, fantastic venue in Florida. You understand? What would you tell these guys when they get opportunities like this to mount the ring in some of these prestigious places in the world?
Kofi, boxing is a sport, but we don't play boxing.
Right.
We fight boxing. So whoever, whether you've been advised or you take it upon yourself or whatever to be a boxer, that means you are in a lion's den.
Right.
You have to prepare yourself at any given time.
Yeah.
There's no joke, even when you are in training, whatever, in the gym, whatever, there's no joke. There are some things you have to put behind yourself. That is why you have a personal manager and then a promotion team.
Right.
So there are some things you need not to focus on it because it will take out your focus.
Right.
It will take out your work to do. So you need not to focus on court. Don't entertain them. These lattes, boxing, whatever, for some time now, started giving me some kind of minds about the game.
Yeah.
Do you know why Latte lost badly in these two fights?
Tell us.
It's because of the fight with his managers.
Okay.
Latte didn't start boxing from his child time. He grew up before he started boxing. And those who grew up before start boxing do face some kind of technical problems in the ring. Okay? Yeah. But this is the guy that he fight for some time and then he get a chance to go into Black Bombers and then being trained by outside coaches and things like that.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But thank God he's a heavyweight boxer and then there are some chances over there for him, even though he came into boxing at, let me say, at old age. Okay? Yeah.
It's 28, it's not old.
Kofi, thank you. But I'm talking about the time that he started.
Right.
He could have started, if he is able to start around the age of 6, 10, and 7, things like that, we will say that, yeah, he started at the right age. But he started boxing after, I may say, after 20 years or around 20 years.
That's right.
That is the denominator. So, when Latte came into the limelight, that is the time that he got a fight to become a champion in Africa.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, right.
That as he got a chance to become champion, that time he was with his promotion team.
Right, true.
Yeah.
I think you have someone on your side at the moment.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of.
All right, so I understand where you are going with this. That he came in late, and then he also came in when he came in, he had the support of his management to be able to push him to the level that he got to. We are hoping that the noise can go down so that I can continue. Is the noise down now?
So you could see that time if Latte is in the ring, before he become during the time of he becoming the African champion. When he's in the ring, when he's in the ring, you will see that even though the boxing skills is not there that much, but he's using the heavyweight powers and things like that. Endurance, everything. He's doing almost everything in the ring very well.
All right.
Till he got to London for the first time and fought Dubois. When he fought Dubois, he performed, and that is what give those UK promoters the confidence to invite him. Right after that fight, there's outside fight between Latte and his management.
Right.
And then that is the downfall of Latte till now.
Okay.
He's not serious anymore about training, nothing. If it's not about the fight between him and his promoters, managers, then it's a fight. He's just thinking about where to get the fight and go and fight. So that is all he's doing. He's not training. Nobody's checking him. He's the boss on his own. He's not taking. He don't mind time to go to gym. He's only moving up and down, partying around.
Oh, okay.
That is the downfall. That is the reason why he's not performing any longer. So my advice to the up and coming or the boxers is boxing is not a play game. When you want to be a boxer squarely. Always be serious of yourself. Go into training with heart and know what you are going to do. If you don't do that, you can disgrace yourself. The other time Latte was dying in the ring.
That's true.
If what happened to Latte happened, excuse me to say, happened in Ghana here, it might be something else.
That's right.
I never see Oxygen as a ringside in Ghana here. But that day, those guys were able to.
Our doctors on the night are champions. That is why. We have ambulance on standby. If he gets messy, we'll take you to college. We'll do what you do. Oh my God, man! I understand where you're coming from.
That's a joke. Oh yeah. What happened to Latte in the ring that day? If it happened to him in Ghana here, it might be different story.
True.
Okay, Latte was in coma for some minutes.
True.
Okay, and it's because of how he like the position that he put himself. You are not training. You are not. You came back. Even you have a fight in London,
right? And
then you know very well that a fight will be coming. You will get another fight very soon. What are you coming to Ghana to do?
No, Cudjoe, he didn't know about the second fight, the Fabio fight. Fabio actually had an opponent to fight, right? And the opponent pulled out, I think, almost 2 weeks to the fight due to COVID-19, and they were looking for a replacement. And the best replacement at the moment, everybody in the world knows. Everybody in the world knows it's Latte because of the performance he gave Daniel Dubois. You understand? Of course, they can't go and bring in Chisora because Chisora also was in Dubai around that time. And you know, if they're looking for an opponent to fight Fabio, it won't be Chisora. Chisora is you understand? Than Latte, you understand? That the Fabio kid, I think this is his 6th or 7th fight. They don't go and bring like Chisora, who's like 30 something, or to come and fight him. They'll pair Chisora with Dylan White and then all those guys. It is a generation of youth and or generation of guys who they are trying to compete among themselves to find who will be the next big thing in heavyweight division, right?
Yeah.
And of course, they couldn't bring Joe Joyce again because again, Joe Joyce is on a different or it's on a rivalry promoter. They can't bring in Dubois because it's on a rival promoter. So at the moment, whether I like it or not, the biggest heavyweight where everybody go fit, invite and put them on the belt top be Latte. Latte be the hottest, sweetest, and he knows how to sell a fight.
It's true. It's true, Kofi. Yes. And these people that are promoting you, they know what is boxing. You fought not quite long, so you are the one to replace the one who pull out.
True.
Okay, because you fight not quite long, so you get a chance to replace. And then what happened is, as a boxer, after fight, how many days do you need to rest and go back into gym? So that people know that once you say you are a boxer, after your fight, maybe 3-4 days, you will go back into the gym to keep your fit.
Right.
So if you are not able to do that, when you go back into the next fight, okay, you cannot perform. And that is what happened to Latte. And he himself know very well that, hey, this fight that he's going to fight, he's not going to do anything over there. Okay? Oh yeah, he know himself that where he's going, there's nothing he's going to do. But he was not thinking like, hey, this thing can cause serious trouble, can cause even death. And that is what he faced. So the other boxers, the up-and-coming boxers, those that are in boxing, okay, they should be very careful of themselves. Once you are in the boxing, you need not to joke with your life. You need not to play with your body.
Right.
Yeah, that's my advice.
Right. Okay. Good advice. And I would like to also speak something. You just brought up something that I feel like we need to really bring the attention of the fighters to it. The fact that fighters are at a more at risk when they are in the ring. I think that's the best I could use. Fighters are at a risk when they're in the ring because it is not easy. This is not like even football, right? If you jump and you don't land well, you can have a spine problem. You know, as much as sport is our entertainment, boxing, the risk that comes with it is more. It's like just like the people that KFC, the UFC, sorry, the UFC and MMA and all that. You understand? It's not easy. So guys, when you guys take a decision to put your life in the ring for our entertainment, make sure you are doing this thing with a clear conscience and happy about it. Don't just jump into it because like somebody just wants you to jump into it. And always stay fit and stay ready. See, today Anthony Joshua is in a position to fight twice in a year because he has made the records and he has written his name properly in the name of history as one of the best heavyweights so far. It might not be undisputed, but he has 3 or 4 titles now that makes him feel like. And then he has done a lot. He's lost his title. He has come back to take it back and all that. You understand? Mayweather, all those guys before they were fighting once in a year, they really put in the work, right? After victory, they jump back into the ring. After victory, they jump right back into the gym to stay fit and still stay ready for another opportunity. Teofimo Lopez, after Richie Comey, the fight was supposed to come out somewhere around April or March there, but he was ready for the fight before the COVID-19. You understand? Gervonta Davis, he went to fight against Leo Santa Cruz. The Monday, he was in the gym preparing because he knows that he wants to achieve greatness. And so if this guy goes on like some few fights, go to the move up like 1 or 2 weights, clear the division and all that, he can fight once in a year. Who knows? That time he's a star. He will be a star by then. People will long to want to see him back in the ring. Just like the feeling we have with Mike Tyson. After a very long time, when it surfaced on the internet that he was coming back, everybody was happy and excited about it because they want to see him again. That is a superstar. That is somebody who has done a lot for the sport. If tomorrow, as much you just say, or stand on GTV to say, Maba exhibition fight Kofi, everybody, everywhere in Ghana will be on fire because everybody wants to see him. So before you be able to, choose when you want to come back into the ring like once in a year, like we see these superstars, this is the time you really need to put in the work. Like Latte, for instance, if you had gone to UK to win this fight, and with at the end sitting there making him an offer that, if you know what, if you win this fight, there will be a lot of opportunities opening for you. It's something that, you have gone into the fight knowing that you could, you are going to give your all and proper all. Maybe you might lose at the end of 12 rounds, but maybe the performance that you give them will convince the promoter that no, he needs to bring you back. We've seen what happened with Melone when Bob Arum was sitting there in Las Vegas. When Melone lost the title because of the no contest decision that was given, you saw Bob Arum all the place filming around, knowing because he felt like the decision that was given was not fair. He's a human being the same way. At the end, it's a human being. He will see what is going to happen on face value. If it feels like you were cheated and you need another opportunity, there's nobody better to give it to you better than at the end, who has a match room and has the zone on his like backing him and Sky Sport. Very easy for him to give another opportunity. Now somebody has made you an offer, and then you go back or you go into the ring and give this kind of performance. I doubt he will even keep your number on his phone, because what you did, I don't think it's something that is, even if Amedoda and Sowah here are saying it is nothing good to write home about, I don't think the promoter who was there sitting there watching you dance more than 3 minutes into the ring and give us a less than two rounds fight, will go like, oh, this guy, you need to give him another opportunity. So I think there's something that the young guys should really look at, and make sure that they do their things really nice. Now let's jump to Manyo Plange. Manyo Plange will be fighting in Nigeria. The truth is, it is a two thing here, because first, we've already heading. I know everybody in Ghana knows this thing because it's already circulating in the media that Manyo could be fighting for an elimination bout for him to face Inoue for the WBA bantamweight title. Now, Amedoda, I'm coming straight back to you again. Manyo Plange getting, or with news coming in that he could fight for an eliminator. First of all, do you think it is something that he would win?
Please, the question again.
The fight that we are hearing that Manyo Plange could possibly fight. Of course, details of his opponent and all that are not in, but do you think it's a fight that Manyo Plange could win? Can you hear me?
I read the news came in. I read the news, and then the possible opponent. Kofi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Kofi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can all hear you. Yeah, we can. We can hear you.
Can you? Yeah. The news came in, and then the possible opponent is being one guy, I've forgotten the name, from Philippines, and he's being managed by Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
And then this guy is a knockout specialist, and then he is the one that they say he might be fighting for the elimination bout, maybe against the elimination bout for WBA regular, which is the title that Rigondo is having now.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the title that Rigondo is having now. So if really possible that what the news said is what is coming to happen, then he's fighting that fight, that eliminator bout against that Manny Pacquiao managed boy, and then after that, then the winner will go for the WBA regular against Rigondo.
Okay.
And then during the interview, Manyo said that this is the fight that he's looking up for, but he's looking up for the title against Rigondo so much. But going to the fight against this Filipino guy will be a step in the right direction. So he will use that fight to register himself right on the world map. So he's seriously waiting for that fight. And then Kofi, these are the boxers that Ghana can boast of. Even though Manyo is unknown, in a bigger stage, Manyo is unknown. But this is the boxer that you can see blood in his eye anytime. Okay? This is a guy that he know all about boxing. Okay? He's not a small boy. He's over 30 years now. Due to some our people that we have here, due to some dubious people being around you, that is why Manyo is not known on boxing stage now. on the bigger stage of boxing till now. You understand? But Manyo is a total boxer. He is a boxer that when you look into his eye, you are seeing blood. So in fact, I am praying very hard that Manyo should get this fight, okay? Get this fight at the bigger stage, and then go in for the main title fight.
Right. Now, so okay, finish.
Yes, and these are the guys that will still raise Ghana flag very high.
Okay, great. So now let me come to you. We've heard stories about Manyo Plange, and none of them is a fluke. Manyo Plange is that kind of fighter that you give him 100 opponents, and then he will give you 100 performance. There has not been any day that he will give you anything less than 100. There are some days that he even gives you 150 or maybe 200%. Right. You understand? Manyo Plange has also tasted a Filipino who was then an IBU world champion. They put him in front of him, and they were thinking that they have had some latte party. But unfortunately, it turned out that he wasn't that party on the night. In fact, the name that they were calling him Black Flash on the venue changed. They changed him. They called him Chili Bade at the end of the night, which means that small chili pepper. Because if you see the boy, he's very small. And the performance that will give you, like pepper, no, that's Samu. You understand? So the guys knew exactly the name they were giving him. When I asked them what he was in the explainer, I was like, yes, that is exactly who Manyo Plange is. Now, they are saying that he is going to fight against a Filipino. And he has tested, like I said, somebody who was an IBO world champion. Unfortunately for that fight, they didn't even put that title on it, because if they did, it means that title could have ended up in Ghana. Even though they ruled it a draw, maybe if the title was on it, the panel or the judges would have ruled it and opened their eyes differently and have rewarded him right, because it was on the same bill. Amedoda also beat the Singaporean, I think it was Red One, and then took the title from there and then brought it back to Namibia. If the title was on it, maybe the judges would have opened it, because if they had given the verdict to Manyo on that fight, it means the guy will not be able to defend the title, one, and he have lost his title. He would have lost his title and he would have lost his status too as a champion, even though the title was not on it. You know how these things work as promoters. So sometimes you need to really play smart and see how, because one, he didn't put the title on the line. So if it's a 10 rounder and now after 10 rounds you say the champion has lost, it means he has lost it. Even though the title was not on it, he has lost his championship and he has lost his title. So I understand. Now, going to fight a Filipino, like Amedoda is saying, before fighting Ray Rondo, we think it's a step in the right direction.
It's a step in the right direction, because this fight is going to determine his mentality, and this fight is going to even tell us if Reddy is in good shape, because this fight is going to win it, but his performance, everything will tell us, will predict what he can do, what he can do in the next fight. Right now, like Doug Michael lost, got an opportunity and he lost. Right now, what I think the boxers like Manyo Plange, what he must do now is you must forget about what you can do. I said, don't let it get your head.
Right.
Feel like you're a raw fighter. Feel like your opponent is too big for you, and you have to do whatever you can to beat him. Don't feel like you're on the same level with him because maybe you fought Filipino. Because if what is happening in 135, the boxers that have emerged from 135 came before, they would have destroyed most of the opponents. Some of the people will not even be world champion, like Cudjoe became a world champion. So things are changing. And you must not live on your glory. You all know Manyo Plange is a very good fighter. But this fight, he should even go in as if he's fighting Inouye.
Right.
This Filipino guy is going to fight. You should fight him as if he's going to fight the biggest guy. Now you beat him. Once you beat him, you come and you assess yourself. His coaches, everybody will be there. His team, they will assess him and they will know, okay, this is, now we can talk, you are now ready for the fight. So you just need to polish it. Now, based on that fight is going to fight with the Filipino. We all believe he's going to win, but it's going to be a fight that will prepare him for the bigger fight. So his performance on that will determine if he's going to win. I mean, for now, what I can tell the Ghanaian boxers after seeing what Latte did and all that, what I can tell them is they shouldn't let fame and anything get into their head. Like, feel like you're nobody. Feel like nobody's watching you. Feel like you need to do this. Your life depends on it. And that is when you can go far. Because right now, the mental game in boxing is really important. It's like it's everything now. The mental game is everything. So that's what they must focus on.
All right. One of these days, I'll do a live in the day and then talk about Manyo Plange possible chances. Because already I've had conversation with his management in the US. That is SBM manager, which is Snapper Kendry. I've also had the opportunity of speaking to LPMG Nelson Azuri. We had a conversation, and then they really laid out a plan on how they are trying to, push him to be able to get the opportunity to fight for the world title. And so I'm very excited that the news is spreading in Ghana, and it is just the opportunity. I remember, and Azuri said that it is a pretty dicey situation. Maybe they would have to let him fight in Nigeria before they take him to the US to go fight, so that they will see his performance first, and then the US fight will be against the Filipino. Or if they think that if they check his vitals and they realize that he's really, really fit, maybe and then the opportunity that is going to come from Philippines is going to be faster. The US is going to be faster. Maybe they'll let him go fight on the Filipino fight. But whichever case it is, I know that Manyo is going to be ready and fit, and because all this while he's been with Coach Latte at First Square Gym, and I also follow him on my WhatsApp. He's always posting videos of working out in the gym, and with this news coming in now, you used to go to the beach a lot. Now I see him doing the beach in the morning, going to the gym in the afternoon, and then in the evening you see him at Coach Latte's gym. This is somebody who is pretty determined and looking forward to write his name in the world of the history of world champions that Ghana has made. And so we wish him well, and hopefully we can get all of his managers on the show one time and see the road plan of making this thing happen. So I think we've spoken about the Ghanaian, what's happening in the Ghanaian scene. The only person left now is Gameboy Tagoe. Now we had Gameboy on the show yesterday. Gameboy is saying that when he's going to fight, usually he has weight problem. That's in Ghana. But this fight, yesterday I spoke to him. They had already made up. He had already made the weight. He sat there like really calm and really relaxed. And lo and behold, today he weighed in correct. Let me. I want to get the figures for you properly. He weighed in today. A minute. He weighed in at 134. So he's perfectly in shape. Just to tell you that, and he didn't struggle to do it like we used to know him to struggle to make this weight. Now I'm coming back to you, Sowah. Gameboy is fighting against Bernard tomorrow night. What is your expectation of Gameboy Tagoe?
I expect him to win the fight in a way that it will push even the promoters and people in boxing to get him the world title shot that he's been aiming for. And Kofi, for him to even make the weight at 134, it should tell you right now he's with a good team, and the team is really having the effect on him. And Kofi, like we've always said, in Africa, in Ghana here, we have the boxers. These are raw materials that they just need to be processed to become that super product. We have seen it now. If he's always struggling to make weight in Ghana, it should tell you the kind of lifestyle he lives here. It's not a professional way of living as a boxer. It's not professional. But he goes to the US, and he has only been gotten the fight for a long time. It's over a year, and he's been able to stay in shape, always training. It tells you sometimes our promoters and the managers here, they must be up to the game, and they must also start taking the game serious. Even when you are not seeing light, you must be prepared so that when the lights come out, you can put up a performance that it will attract people to come to you. And Kofi, I think it's management has really done well. We have to applaud them, and we must also tell our people in Ghana to also learn from them, because that is the way to go. So I know he's going to put a very good performance, and like he said in the interview yesterday, he said he will show the skills and he will do something that is not even done in boxing. And with this kind of mentality, that is the mentality with Ali. But Ali came to the game and put in his style to fuse into boxing. And right now, Ali is a great that we are celebrating today. So if he has that kind of mentality, allow it, because these white people, maybe they will appreciate the kind of things we in Africa we don't want to appreciate. So those styles that he has promised that he will bring on board to see tomorrow.
Okay, great. The styles that he says that he's going to bring on tomorrow, we hope that it's enough to get us a very convincing win, because he's one fighter that a lot of us have our eyes on, and another shining star from Ghana that has a lot of expectations on his shoulder, and he's been ranked in almost all the sanctioning bodies that we have in boxing now. If you check the WBC, he's there. The WBA, he's there. The IBF is there. The WBO, he's there. You understand? And it's all in very good standards. It has not been just this year. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Gameboy has always been ahead in the lightweight division when it comes to all the fighters, except for the time that Richie Comey was having the title. Then he was a champion, so he was ranked ahead of him. But after losing the title, he has always been, or before he held the title, he has always been ahead of him. And now he has the opportunity to fight for this, to fight on Friday, which is tomorrow night. Amedoda, my question to you is that if Gameboy is able to successfully win this fight, do you think we'll see him fight for the world title?
Yeah, I believe this is eliminator. This fight is eliminator for is it WBO?
No. The eliminator was the fight that Ryan Garcia had to choose between him or Luke Campbell, and Luke chose the WBC route, and then the WBO issued a statement that they are dropping the whole thing, which doesn't make sense. Yesterday I asked the manager on the show, and he said that of course it's very disappointing. He wrote to the WBO president and asking why all these things were done, because they were really ready to put everything on the line to make sure that we fought for the eliminator. But these sanctioning bodies, I don't know what runs into their head sometimes. Sometimes when they take a decision, they've taken it, so it's gone. But the good thing that the manager said is that they are using all the tools that they have available to make sure that he's able to compete for the world title. That if he wins, because first of all, you need to be able to amass some fans in the US. That it's the first time he's fighting in the USA. In Ghana here, if he was to be Bukum Boxing Arena, I'm sure that the walls will come down, because when Gameboy is coming, as Samoan and the Warrior, everybody comes to, and we all know how he does it when he sees his people. But these are new fans, new people that he's going to exhibit his talent and everything too. So I don't know, maybe it could be the reason why because these people also want money, right? So they want to make sure that before they put the title on the line, it should be somebody that at least people should know you enough. Who knows? But my question is, if he's able to sail through this event or this fight, do you think he would be able to give us a performance that is like a world champion worthy?
Kofi, it's very unfortunate that WBA is coming out with all those things that they are saying, because this guy has become at a top level, and then he's supposed to fight for elimination bout. And
to some extent, let me not cut you. To some extent, he was even number 1 to Lomachenko, and then it was never, that fight never came on. We understand that as blacks, we need to work like 5 times harder than an average white guy to be able to get to the opportunity. But please, when we're able to get to the opportunity, please, these sanctioning bodies, please give us the go ahead to fight, because it is the dreams of us that will become world champions. And that is why we are fighting so hard. And when we get ourselves or our name ranked in the system, please and please open the opportunity, because you are saying he's the champion, right? I want to pair him against somebody who's coming from nowhere and see whether the champion you are saying is a champion, like you're saying. It's I don't know.
Kofi is sad, very, very sad that they take him out of the elimination bout stage anyway.
Yeah.
But what I would say is still Gameboy should go into this fight as elimination bout.
Okay.
That is it. One thing is his style against the style of Menard will help Gameboy. Because Gameboy is a kind that fight free boxing, dance a lot, and things like that. And that is the style that disturbed Messi Menard so badly. That style disturbing because if you watch him against Messi Menard, is not an Amu boxer. He's a very good boxer.
He's a very good boxer.
He's a knockout specialist.
True.
Yes.
True.
Yeah. Messi Menard is a very good boxer.
Let us say it well because people are thinking that Gameboy is going to fight and nobody. Please, the guy Messi Menard is very solid boxer. He's a good boxer. In fact, tomorrow anything can happen.
Yeah.
Understand? Anything can happen. But because we know Gameboy's performance, his style and everything, and we know he's not going to give us a latte party kind of performance, and he's going to give us the way we know him. And then we've been following him to check. He's been training with Zayad and even Jacobs and all that, sparring them and all that. So she lets you know that he has put his body and tested it against all these tough guys there. And so we are just hoping and praying that all these things that we have seen and the people that he has sparred against will kind of bring out the best in him, God willing, tomorrow. So guys, don't get it twisted. Messi Menard is a solid puncher. He's a very good boxer.
It's true, Kofi. Messi Menard is not a joke. Messi Menard is a very good boxer, a crack boxer. Nobody should think otherwise. The reason why I am voting for Gameboy out of patriotism is his style of boxing against Messi Menard. Okay, if he's different in excuse me to say, if he's like somebody who stand like how Richard Cumming.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that I will not predict this fight.
Okay.
But Gameboy dance around and things like that. He moves a lot. Which Messi Menard don't have attitude to. Okay, that is what he fought against this guy. What's the name? Devin Haney. Because of that strategy, Devin Haney beat him to the pulp and then knocked him out in round 9. And then he got fire against what's the name? Teofimo Lopez, and that fight ended in round 1. Okay, he's a guy. Messi Menard is a guy that will relax. Okay, for you and I to exchange, but Gameboy will not give him that chance. So he will relax for Gameboy to be taking the punch, to be taking the points around him till he's being weighed down and then knocked out in later round. That is what I saw.
Okay.
So I'm praying very hard that this fight is going to work in favor of Gameboy, and then Gameboy will use Messi Menard as a stepping stone, like how the other guys use him as a stepping stone, and today they are world champions. These guys also standing in that way to use him as a stepping stone and then get a chance to fight the world title.
That's great. For some reason, I'm very excited at the way Ghanaian fighters are getting opportunities. Let's be sincere. With all the COVID-19 and everything, right? They are getting the opportunity. First, we saw with Dugmaka, we saw Richard Latte. Now it's the turn of Emmanuel Gameboy Tagoe. Of course, we've even seen Isaac Dogbe also in the ring. Some way, somehow, we are getting the opportunities to fight and all that. We've had 2 losses. We are hoping that we can get the win tomorrow so that we can get a draw. At least 2 wins, 2 losses. It will not be bad. It will not be bad at all. So hopefully tomorrow, the prediction. I want to come to you, Daniel, because you like predicting a lot. What's your prediction for tomorrow's fight?
It will be a distance.
It will be a distance.
It will go the distance. I don't see Gameboy knocking. It will go the distance.
Okay. Amedoda, would you like to also predict?
Yeah, I would say it's 10 round. Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 rounds.
I'm believing Gameboy might get late knockout. The reason why I'm saying this is, in fact, I talk about Messi Menard already. It's a hard hitter, okay?
Right.
But I know Gameboy is having a very good chin. Gameboy will not allow this guy. If you watch Gameboy versus George Ashi, you will take it from there. Gameboy will not allow Messi Menard to knock him out. And Gameboy, the last time that I saw Gameboy in the ring is sparring in US. The punches that Gameboy was releasing, if Gameboy is able to get those punches and then connect them well, he will wear Messi Menard down. At the round 8, round 10, Messi Menard will go down.
It's a good thing to have you guys on the show, especially Sowah, who has the vision of becoming a promoter and all that. You see, one thing I saw about Gameboy yesterday on the show was like, he was composed. He was calm. He spoke for the first time. I've always seen Gameboy from a distance, and this was the first time having a conversation with him, like face to face. We've seen him at press conferences and the way he talks and everything. He was calm, composed, focused, spoke well, like friendly, laugh. Of course, he laughs and all that, but there's this thing that going out there to camp brings. I feel like the professionalism is different level. That is what I have seen, because the same way the fighters that are also there, you see them come out, talk. I mean, when they are here, you see how they behave. They get there and you see how professional that they. What is in America? What is in US? That makes them, become that professional, and makes them, like, you understand? It changes them. Everything. Like, what is there that it is not in Ghana? Apart from the fact that we train on concrete, I think it is the same bad punches. If you take that one away from it, what is there?
Kofi, it's business. And Kofi, what I like to tell promoters now in boxing now is that, you see, when you take yourself serious, when you take the boxing business serious, the boxers respond in that way. Kofi, if I'm promoting fight today, and my fighters are not sleeping in the best hotels, not sleeping in Pig, they are not sleeping in the Kempiskis, Kofi, it shows that I'm not ready for the tax. Now, I want to promote a fight. I pick someone like Prince Nati. I pick his opponent. Kofi, Prince Nati is somewhere training the voter. The other trainer is somewhere training in the, let's say, around Bukom. Kofi, I'm not doing business. But you see, where they even train, Kofi, make me earn money as a promoter. Where they work makes me earn money as a promoter. If I leave them anyhow, they don't know that, oh, this is just a fight. The fight is only in the ring. So on that day, now we're going to fight in the ring. That's just a promotion. But boxing promotion is not just in the ring. Boxing promotion is actually the day you announce. You tell them, okay, I have a fight for you and you. Now, the next thing you have to do is you have to make sure that your brains, you get their commitment, you get their loyal promotional company from that moment. And Kofi, that is when you put them in a good hotel. If he has started in a Benz before, just try and provide a Benz for him, a Mercedes, the latest Mercedes. Kofi, a promoter will tell you, okay, the Mercedes is expensive. But Kofi, there's that 1,000 Ghana cedis that you spend to rent a car for the boxer to even come for a press conference. Will tell you that when he sits in that car, the car will let him comport himself. But if you are putting him in a truck, you are putting him in a taxi, you are putting him in an Uber, and he comes, he will be with the people, they will just be talking anyhow. But when you put him in a certain position, he will respond accordingly. Kofi, you can't sit in a Mercedes. Even if I bring in a Mercedes and I tell you the Mercedes is what is coming to pick you up to the press conference, or it's coming to pick you up for the face-off, I won't buy a dress for you. By yourself, you go and find a better suit to wear because I'm bringing you a Mercedes to come and pick you up. These are the kind of things that promoters must look up to. Kofi, I tell you, when we start boxing promotion in Ghana here, you see, the world will come and look for us. I tell you, those Bobarum, those Median, they come and look for us because they will know that we are lost business. We are not just in to play. Because Kofi is the aim of me. I have this aim. I want to make millions of dollars in boxing. So if I want to make millions of dollars, so I have to be up to the task. And I know the problems I'm facing here in Ghana here. So Kofi, the promoters must be up to the task. The way you treat a fight is the way the fighters will start responding. Kofi, Gameboy, before we will get to know of him, you know, Baby Jet Promotion, when they came in, Asamoah just had a passion to do boxing promotion, but he didn't have the right people. As to when it comes to promotion is marketing. Gameboy was, but Gameboy came out as a comedian. That is how Gameboy came out. So we were not seeing the skills that right now we get to see videos of him in the ring, sparring, throwing some punches that will interest us to know that this guy, when he goes to the ring, like Amedoda is saying, if he can put up those punches, he can get a knockout. If this is what is coming out, and I'm a family or I'm a friend of Gameboy, I'll tell Gameboy that Charlie, that punch that you threw during the sparring, if he can get that knockout, you knock the guy out. And this is when he will start channeling his mind into winning, becoming a world champion, winning. He wouldn't channel his mind to becoming a comedian. So it's no difference. It's just about the people that are controlling the game. So they must understand the game more and control according to the people that are ahead of us.
Okay, guys, you just heard from one of our incoming promoters in Ghana, Sowah, Daniel Sowah, who would like to change the game, you know, and make sure that fighters. I agree a lot on some of the things you have said, and I also hope that when we go to the sponsors and we ask them for local field, they give it to us, and they will not only say because football is bringing. No, it is our time. If you give it to us, we will. I feel like some of them don't even see the benefits of boxing like the way it's supposed to be. But if you speak to the promoters, they also let you that they've been to some of them, and you don't even know why they are not getting it. But maybe, who knows, when the new people come into the game, things can change. Now, let's jump to, we've done 1 hour, so let's jump to what's happening in the world. But the thing is, tomorrow, would you guys have time for us to discuss the fight after Gameboy Friday night? Because there's another event too on Saturday night. Should we put everything on a Saturday night, which is going to be on a Sunday night, or we can discuss Gameboy, finish him like 30 minutes, and then we'll do the rest the following day?
And I believe we can do the
Gameboy's fight.
Okay. All right. So then tomorrow we'll watch the fight.
Because it's very important.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll do Gameboy, and then we'll do the other events, which is going to be on the Sunday night as well. Now let's jump to what is happening tomorrow. First of all, we have Daniel Jacobs. He's back. Rosado. Quick. What's your prediction? So Rosado versus Daniel Jacobs. Who are predicting to win that fight? Just prediction.
I've not even really gone into that fight, but I see we'll see a good fight. We'll see a good fight. Okay, all right. Now,
Amedoda, your prediction of that fight?
Yeah, Danny Jacob is one of the big guys in middleweight still. So I hope and believe that he will win.
And if he wins the fight,
Danny Jacob.
Danny Jacob. Yeah.
Jacobs will win by a knockout. I didn't get it. Danny Jacobs is going to win by
Okay. He will win by knockout. Okay.
Yeah.
If he wins by this knockout that you are saying, do you think he will be able to land another big fight like he did, like he got with Canelo again? Do you think he will land another big fight?
Yeah, definitely. Danny Jacobs is a red fighter, and you see the opponents he fought with that he lost, the GGG and the Canelo. These people, Canelo, I'll say GGG has a great chin. So GGG, you cannot put GGG down. If you are fighting a boss GGG, you must make sure you are going to fight to the distance. It should be a fight that you must be determined to win on point. Because if you go and you open, and you know Danny Jacobs is a knockout artist, and he will go in for the exchanges, and you can't win a fight with someone like DDG. His body is like his metal. He has a metal body. So with that one itself, you must just plan to go on the distance and win. Now Canelo too is a very fast boxer. So with his two guys, Kofi, it shows is a very good fighter, and Kofi, I believe if his team should work on, especially with GDG is in his old age now. If they should really work on him, he has become slower. If they should work on Jacobs, he can beat GG.
Okay, all right. Now, Amedoda, if Jacobs wins the fight tomorrow, who would you like to see him fight against?
The guy is having the title over there now. Shallow is having a title, and then right. Dimitrios is also having a title, and then any of them I love to fight him anyway, but I don't see him. Fine, him I get one title fight against Shallow or Dimitrios.
But you don't see him becoming a world champion again.
Well, with those two fights, I don't see him winning. He might do better with against Triple G.
Okay. But I think Triple G is in the super middleweight now, or is still in the middleweight.
He's still having that.
Yeah, he has the IBF and the IBO title. Okay, all right. That's right.
He still having title in middleweight. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Now, the fight that everybody, including legends, even when I told my father that Mike Tyson is coming to fight again, he said he will stay up and watch the fight because it's been a very long time that he saw him. So he wants to see him again. I can see, I can hear. When I told my dad that Mike Tyson is jumping back into the ring and is going to fight against Roy Jones Jr., he was super excited, and the same reaction from a lot of boxing lovers around the world, because of these two guys give a lot to boxing. The fast hand, Roy Jones Jr. against one knockout artist, Mike Tyson. You know, they've given a lot to the sport, and for some of us that we were not fortunate to see them fight in their heydays, but we grew up watching their old tapes and all that. It's another opportunity to have a chance to see him again. Now, there's been a lot of talk going to the fight. At one point, they said they were not going to be knocked down. Now they say they're going to be knocked down and all that. But before we go into those issues, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., Amedoda, how do you see that event?
Well, this thing I told you already is a joke. Okay, this thing I told you already is a joke. But because of how these two guys end up boxing, okay, Mike Tyson was getting beat up by anybody that he entered into the ring with.
True.
Okay, and that's what caused him to stop boxing. People started begging Roy Jones to just stop boxing. Even people were even offering that, hey, if you stop boxing, we'll give you money. Just stop boxing for us to give you money. Okay, fine. Let me talk about their heydays. Roy Jones is somebody that, hey, his heydays, you can't get him to land him. That is another thing. If it is that time, I'll be rooting for him that he will beat Mike Tyson.
Right.
You can't get Roy Jones to land. You cannot get Roy Jones to land him.
I think we've lost him. But let's see whether we can get him back. Oh, okay, you're back.
Yeah, as I'm saying, Mike Tyson is also another guy that even in heavyweight, he's very fast. very fast defense, very fast offense. Okay, and then if it is that time that this fight might be coming on, it might be the biggest sell ever in boxing. But this is the case that a whole lot of things. You say you will continue anyway. So this fight, I'm still believing it might be a surprise. It might be a surprise. It might be a good fight in a surprise. Yeah, that is what I'm. But they sold the fight already, and then it's been a big sold already because of their old names. Okay, but I'm not seeing anything better coming out of this fight anyway.
Okay, all right. Now, so for you, we have the world has an opportunity to see greatness again. How do you respond to this?
I think it's an extreme fight to war, and only problem was the delay. Because when they announced it should have been in 2 or 3 months, but they announced the fight somewhere, and I think it was in May or June, and we are now seeing the fight in November, which it has taken the excitement it brought away. Because this twist that we are talking about, Tyson, we all know Tyson had problems. That is what destroyed Tyson. Tyson was a beast. And for some of us that we were born after or we were very young when he was fighting and we couldn't watch him in his prime. So if this provides a time for us to watch him, to see what he can do or what he used to do. So we will definitely pay. Tyson is a legend. We've seen old videos of him, and we are in love with the way he fights. And we now we even see him as the greatest ever. So this provides an opportunity for us to pay to watch. It's a good initiative by the promoters because when you have a product like Mike Tyson, a product like Joe Joyce, that these people generate millions. They generated millions before, and they are still that product that can generate millions. Kofi, you don't sleep on them. Because at the end of the day, they must make money. Money must be made. And if the person has the opportunity to make money, Kofi, why not? Now, the next thing that I think the promoters, if they are maybe trying to bring maybe another legend that has been in the game that has been able to do once, and they won't do a fight like this again. They must make sure of the kind of things they bring outside. Kofi, I think their promotion in the world has been very poor, especially with saying no knockout. When we have someone that is no knockout, and you are bringing him back, and you come and tell us that there's no knockout in the fight, there's no a lot of most of the rules were against boxing, and boxing is about knockout. You know, knockout really counts in boxing, and this is a boxer that he has that. If you say that is not how people pay for the pay-per-view to watch the fight, it means you are losing money on the onset. So what the promoters must learn now is, even if because of their age you don't want knockout, you don't want strategies, what you must do now is you must sit to the boxers, and that's how we do business. And you tell them, hey, this is a friendly match. The public wants to see you guys, and that's the most important thing. Not really getting someone, and that is what they should have focused on, rather than coming out. Because I saw Dana White making mockery of this thing. I was really sad because I feel Dana in a way where he has gotten to boxing has really contributed to. It has contributed to a success. Because if not for boxing, he wouldn't have seen $100 million in a fight. It was boxing that provided that opportunity. So even if there's a problem like this, it should shut up and respect the sport. Because boxing is way of the US. So the promoters, they must make of the sport, because the sport is very important to us. So if next time they are bringing out,
we open ourselves up for us to be insulted. You understand? Then again, we open ourselves up. If you are doing a boxing event, make sure you put everything in there. You see, you were even saying that the promoters made a mistake with some of the things that they said. You should know that you are doing boxing.
Yeah.
And so if for instance somebody who doesn't like boxing, I convince him that for the first time, hey, there's this legend who used to be like killer those times. I don't nobody can fight him. He used to be a very good knockout. You've sold all the knockouts in the world, showed him all the way. Even exhibition bouts, you've seen Mike Tyson knock somebody out. So then he woke him up again and they continued the fight again. We've seen it happen. You understand? So if now you go stand there and say all these things, you let people in UFC insult us.
Yes,
you know.
Okay, so the promoters is a big thing for all of us to learn.
Yeah, true.
The boxing fans ourselves, we should all take it like that. But the promoters,
you say
they've also done some work because
you said if the cat, I'm coming over. I'm not cutting you. We said if there's a cat, fight is over. It is going to be 2 minutes round. It is an exhibition, no bet. The winner will not be declared. You know all these things. Somebody is eating because of this fight. You go and put some 2,000 and then you get 50,000. You are saying there's no bet. How would the person enjoy the game? Canadian fans, people don't want to fight Keke.
Exactly. People want to put something on it. I think with what they did, they took the excitement away from the fight. And
some of the things they mentioned, it's true.
That's why I keep saying that in Africa, if we should take boxing promotion serious, the world will come and look for us. Because Kofi, how can I put a fight and say no, it won't be a winner? I will never do that. As a good businessman, I'll never do that. Even if I want to do, I don't want to declare a winner. I'll tell them, yeah, sure, let's go have fun. You shouldn't take it serious. I know that they have made my money already, but I won't come and say this was now that I'm trying to convince someone to come and give me the money. You see, the people in the US sometimes it's like
a bitching fight. So
they are not. They are still living. They are still living on donkey. They are still living on donkey. Bob has not been able to do anything. You can say all they can say, all they can about donkey. That don't cheat. Donkey is this. Donkey is that. Kofi, what they are enjoying now today is the work of donkey. Because Kofi, donkey would have will never even accept these rules. These rules, he will even slap you or it will make them lucky because he's a serious businessman, a well-focused guy.
True.
And Kofi, when donkey has treated people in this year, people must understand that before they put that price tag, donkey was the one that put that price tag on you. If there wasn't anything like donkey, I tell you, Mike Tyson wouldn't have made that $350 million carrying. He would have never made it. His career would have been around $50 million. This is someone who sees money, who sees the potentials in you, and tries to make sure that you will get something. Then you also get something. But you see, human mentality, me that I've seen that I can get 100 million from you. You can't see 100 million. All you are seeing is maybe 50,000. Now, I come and I climb you to the 100 million and I want to take 40 million. He says, no, he's fighting all these things. Why must I take 40 million? But I don't know that same 60 million that you are going to, I want you to take, you could have been fighting and be getting 6,000 or 5,000. So, you see, people like Frank Warren and Bob Arum, they've painted, they always paint donkey black. But they are rather black. They are really enjoying from the works of donkey. Because the first $10 million that we ever seen in boxing came from donkey, and that was in the 80s. Today, you will see Bob Arum tell you that he won't waste money on Crayford.
Yeah.
Because he feels he's not getting money, he's not getting enough back from good. Give that same report to Don King and see what Don King will do.
Interesting.
He knows how to use people to make money, and that's different. Right. That's a promoter. That's someone that market is a good marketer. So the promoters, what they did is shameful, but we'll take it like that. Otherwise, he should know that it's true boxing that he can't forget. So if I relax.
Now, so now, Amedoda, you've always said that it is a joke from the beginning, and then the people keep bringing in more rules that make you feel like it is even a bigger joke, making some of us that we earn small when they are fighting to our small will also pass us. But the fight overall, Mike Tyson versus Leroy Jones Jr. We've seen everything, the way the trailer has been able to hype the event. I think it's one of the events that will allow some few fans to go watch you as well. and will be live in UK. It will be on BT Sport, and I think in US it will be on the trailer or something. Definitely, the link will come, so we'll watch. Now, all these things, right? Is it really going to bring back the old time of boxing? Do you think fans should expect a moment like the old timers boxing to on Saturday night?
Kofi, the only thing that is in this case now is the name Mike Tyson and the name Roy Jones. Apart from that, nothing. Because I said already that as these people were going out of boxing, we saw them. We know what they were doing. Okay, before they went out of boxing. So bringing these people back, I just don't understand. I don't know why somebody. Mike Tyson, I saw Mike Tyson smoke weed with a pipe, some big pipe at some Caribbean country. You see, so you are bringing this person, and that person is out of boxing for about over 15 years now. You are bringing him back to come and do what in the ring?
Exhibition.
Okay?
Exhibition.
My exhibition. What is exhibition in boxing? Exhibition in boxing with Mike Tyson, who claimed ring for over 15 years ago. Okay. And then Mike Tyson, before Mike Tyson will stop boxing, about his last 3 or 4 fights, if Mike Tyson fights for 2 rounds, then that is the end of the fight. He don't fight more than 2 rounds. Okay, and then he relies on his knockout punches. And now that you people are saying that hey, there should be no knockout. So what are you putting Mike Tyson in the ring for? No knockout, and you are putting Mike Tyson in the ring by this time.
Today, today, I think trailer came out today. This thing that they've allowed knockout, so there will be knockout. Knockout will be
okay, but to me, still it's a joke. And then the most funniest side of it is WBC is jumping on this. WBC, what are you jumping on this for? We are jumping on this for.
The WBC front line type online. Black Lives Matter. It's on it. Very nice.
Look at another funniest way. Boxers are there. Give them the chance to fight. You are creating unnecessary franchise and what. This is a joke anyway, but it's good to see Mike Tyson, the name Mike Tyson, not the body Mike Tyson, the name Mike Tyson, and then the name Roy Jones in the ring today. That is all excitement about it.
Okay, great. Now, then the last thing we'll discuss is the Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. As I speak now, the press conference is, I think the press conference was over some few hours ago. I mean, it's going to be a very cracker fight, and it's built for Saturday night. That fight will come before the Roy Joyce Jr. fight. These two guys, panelists are saying one of them or any one of them will be able to win will rule the heavyweight division in some few years to come. Joe Joyce is a little bit old than Daniel Dubois, but we've seen what Dubois can do, and we've seen what Joe Joyce can also do. Now, let me cut to you, Sowah. These two fighters, these two heavyweight fighters or British fighters, I'm sure you've been able to see both of them fight at one point, if not like recently, at least you've seen them fight. What are your expectations tomorrow night when they both mount the ring tomorrow at the BT Studios?
I expect to see a very good fight. I expect to see a very great fight because these two names, Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce, are prospects that they in their own way now are even bringing some excitement to the heavyweight division, which I think is beautiful because for some time now, over 20 years now, the heavyweight has been down. Joshua came in, he was able to pick it up, but even Joshua, when he came in, he was good. But these boys are very young, and the excitement and the kind of competitions they are even creating at the heavyweight division, it tells you the massive future. Now, if I want to come into this fight, I think we must all accept Daniel Dubois is a better fighter than Joe Joyce. Daniel Dubois is going to rule the division. I keep saying this. Daniel Dubois is going to rule the division. And you see, when you have a fighter, when you have a young fighter that Wilder will come in that is a prospect, he fears him and he knows he's a very good fighter, he's going to rule the world. You have someone to like Anthony Joshua saying the same thing. You have someone like Tyson Fury saying the same thing. Like all the world, like everybody knows that Dubois is the next big thing. The only problem Dubois had from the beginning was his which is Frank Warren. Can all bear witness that from last year and this year, Frank Warren has been he has been up to the game. We must admit it, because what Frank Warren did 2 years and 3 years and 5 years back, it was shameful as a promoter. But I think this COVID time, he has really been able to do well. And I like the fact that he's been able to put Joyce and Dubois on a show. Because even with that, you know, we the fans, we had to push him to do that fight because we know what Dubois can do. And he kept pairing Dubois with Latte, with another Ghanaian boxer as well, which we all knew was going to beat them in a very nice way. But we wanted to see great competitions, like like fighting Goma, like fighting Joyce. I tell you, what is going to happen in this fight is that from the beginning, we will start seeing the Daniel Dubois with a boxing IQ. From the beginning, Daniel Dubois won't go for the knockout. You know, when they announced this fight somewhere in February or April, I was talking to Daniel Dubois and I told him that this fight, if he's going to this fight, he should be careful of the exchanges. That is what I told him. He told me they are working. That is what they are working on in the gym. And if you have a fighter like this, that he's been able to even capture what is going to bring him down, and he's telling you that that is what they are working on in the gym. Kofi, it tells you that he's the guy that is going to be the biggest thing in boxing. And Kofi, with the exchanges that he said they are going to work on, we'll see knockout from round 6, round 7. Because from round 1 to round 5, you will see Daniel Dubois using the jabs. Like the Daniel Dubois, you always see going for the big exchanges. Because actually, if you should go for the big exchanges, it might be hurt and it might be knocked out and lose the fight. But you know, Joyce, in the heavyweight, every puncher is every blow that is being thrown is dangerous. And if you want to go into an exchange with someone like Joyce, who can stand to take through some, he will hurt you. So for him to even work on the exchanges and even tell me that they've worked on the they've worked on that, and that is what they're doing in the gym. Because if I tell you, I'm predicting the knockout will come from round 6, round 7. He's going to beat Joyce in a very remarkable way, and after beating Joyce, he's going to face Usyk. He will beat Usyk in a beautiful way. Then I will end up getting Anthony Joshua, and he will beat Anthony Joshua. If I'm predicting here, you know, he has knocked Anthony Joshua down before.
Yeah, he has.
He has knocked Anthony Joshua down before. And Kofi, you see what I see in Daniel Dubois. What I see in Daniel Dubois is like a young Mike Tyson. That's what I see in Daniel Dubois. This is a beast. This is a warrior. This is someone that Kofi. I don't know how to describe Daniel Dubois, but Kofi, I'm telling you, Daniel Dubois will be a world champion in the division.
Okay, great. Now let me come to you, Amedoda. Dubois versus Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce. Tomorrow, Saturday night. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Kofi, this is a big fight. It's a very big fight. It's bigger than the way we are seeing it.
True.
Yeah, it's a very big fight. One beautiful thing is the young boy, Daniel Dubois, is progressing very fast with boxing. Because if you watch his fight pass, it's like to stand and bang. Okay, but even his fight with Latte was not that exciting because of the banging and things like that. But as he's moving on, you can see the kind of how he positioned himself, his jab, how the angles and things like that, you can see it from what he's doing. And that is what will help him in the fight against Joe Joyce. Because in their resume, Joe Joyce is having a better resume than Daniel Dubois. Joe Joyce fought some bigger, even former world champions. Joe Joyce fought them. He fought this Nigerian former WBC champion, Sam Peter, and beat Sam Peter. Joe Joyce is awkward boxer, very awkward. Okay, Joe Joyce is very awkward and very strong too. Okay, so what will help? All the bet is on Dubois, and what will help Dubois in this fight is the skills that he will take into the fight, and he's also heavy. Okay, he's very heavy, and then if only he can take punches from Joe Joyce, then Joe Joyce is in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If he can resist the punches from Joe Joyce, then Joe Joyce is in trouble.
Now, let's not take the fact that Joe Joyce is a, like you said, a fighter that has been tested as compared to Daniel Dubois. Even panelists are even saying that it could be that he would even win if he's able to draw Dubois to the end of the rounds. He will win. And why they are saying that is because he can take punch. He can really absorb. He can really absorb. What we don't know, or what we have seen about Dubois, is that when he takes a heavy punch, he goes back. Even with Latte, when he took a heavy punch, we saw him go back. The more you punch Joe Joyce, that is when he comes to you, right? So it is not like it's going to be an easy battle at all. Like I say, it's bigger than the way we are even saying it. It's a very tough fight, and if they are saying that the king or if the future king of the heavyweight division is going to come from these two guys, they should tell you or let you know that then a lot is at stake for tomorrow. Now, let's look at the unfortunate thing that has happened to Joe Joyce in the fight on Saturday. Unfortunately, his coach has COVID-19, so he will not be at the ringside when he's fighting on Saturday night. Do you think Sowah, it will be one of the reasons why he would lose, or it will be an excuse that he will say should he lose?
Kofi, that wouldn't be an excuse because I know what you are supposed to do in the gym, you have done it. And fights are won in the gym. Fights are not won in the ring. In the ring, you only come and do what you have done in the ring over and over again. That's why we have sparring. That's why we have workouts. That's why we have body conditioning and all that. So if you've done your body conditioning, you are ring. Okay. You are fighting, and maybe something is not going on. Even with the boxing IQ, he should tell you, okay, I have to come to this side, or I have to do this, I have to do this to be able to win the fight. So Kofi, it's not going to be an excuse at all. It's not going to be an excuse.
Okay. Now, if it was you and you don't have your, I'm talking about Amedoda. If you were a boxer and you don't have your trainer in your corner of fight night, will it demoralize you going into the fight?
It depends on the kind of boxer that is in the ring. If you don't have your main trainer, doesn't mean that you don't have somebody who is closer to you at the ringside. But if you yourself, you have that nightmare already that my trainer is not with me, the next person that is there is not my trainer, so forth, so on. Then that's your own cup of tea. As a boxer, once a coach is around you or at your ringside, you need to do that. Bukom Baku did it in London without a coach. He went there and then he win the fight solid. Joe Joyce is not new in the ring. Somebody who is fighting world champions and things like that. So if your coach is not aside you, you cannot use that to be an excuse. That is why you will not perform.
Okay. All right. Now we've touched on all the topics. Is there anything in particular that you would like to round up with Sowah Is there anything that you would like to talk about specifically on all the topics that you've touched to close the show?
I think what I would like to focus on is Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce fight, because that is what is going to be that is what is going to continue the legacy of the heavyweight. And I think it needs all the attention and everything that we can pick from it. And Kofi, I think most of the boxers that we have here in Ghana, especially those people that are trying to venture into the heavyweight, they must take a look at someone like Daniel Dubois. Kofi, this is going to be a very big fight, but I still feel they must still look at someone like Daniel Dubois. Kofi, Daniel Dubois is someone that he came in as a very young boy, but when you look at his composure, when you look at the way he behaves, the way he does his things, Kofi, everybody is predicting him to be the next heavyweight star. And Kofi, when you look at Daniel Dubois, with all this support that is coming to him, it has not gone to his head. This is a very focused guy. When you look at all the press conference and the way he positions himself, the way he talks, he doesn't talk anyhow. This is a very young boy, but he doesn't talk anyhow. And this is a brand that can be a great ambassador for the sport of boxing. So, Kofi, if the boys in Africa are trying to be world champions, they want to go somewhere, these are the kind of people you have to look up to. And Kofi, now on the technical aspect of these fights, Joyce is slow. Joyce can absorb the punches, but Joyce is a slow boxer. And what's going to help Daniel Dubois from this fight is the fact that Joyce is slow. And secondly, they will expect Dubois to come and bang, but Dubois wouldn't do. He won't really do that from the round 1 to round 5. From the round 1 to round 5, you will see the skills. You see, like Amedoda said, when Daniel Dubois started boxing, it was a banger. It was that guy that it was stand toe to toe to you, throw those big punches. And even when he started boxing, when he was throwing those punches, it wasn't precise. He was just throwing it anyhow. But when you start looking, you start watching his video, you realize that right now when he throws a punch, it's more precise. He doesn't behave anyhow in the ring. And Kofi, you made mention of the fact that when Latte threw some punches, he moved back. He had to step back. He stepped back and he came in to knock him out. It was that same one. He came back to knock him out. So that's that this is a boy that he has the fighting spirit in him. So Joyce shouldn't see him. You see, people are giving Joyce an edge over him that Joyce has 40 dollars like what. You see, we were having with Frank Warren because this boy can beat big boys. So give him the fight. He was not giving him the fight. So that's the reason why maybe this one has a better resume than Daniel Dubois. If I'm telling you, see, what is going to happen in that fight, it will tell you that this boy is the one that is going to carry the heavyweight, and he will put so much respect on the heavyweight, like Joshua has been able to. Exactly. The way Anthony Joshua has been able to bring the heavyweight back to the light, in the same way Daniel Dubois is going to continue. Kofi, when I talk about Daniel Dubois, sometimes I feel we are not ready to see
emotional.
Guys going to be the sport of
you feel emotional. You feel emotional because you feel up as
I feel emotional. The pay-per-view, the numbers, the millions this guy will come and make it. Kofi, this is a guy that will attract business, will attract companies to bring money into boxing. This is the kind of brand that will bring people to come and bring money into boxing. Because it's, you see, the only thing that Joshua doesn't bring on board that Dubois is that Joshua is somehow too friendly for an heavyweight boxer. Because an heavyweight boxer, you must be that kind of serious, like fearful, and that is what Wilder was riding on. But Wilder didn't have that boxing skills. But Dubois has the skills, and he has that fearful factor in him. You see, when you mention heavyweight, people that want to come and watch, you want to come and see someone that is like a rock. And then like Bloma. Like, let me put it Bloma. But if you have a Bloma that is always smiling like Capital and those things, it takes the excitement of the fighter. Exactly. Always doing for a boy. You see, that's the only thing. So this boy, Kofi, he will bring money to the heavyweight division. You let me not talk. Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure Saturday night we'll be here to discuss it. So for me, I'm standing strongly with Joe Joyce because he has been tested. That is my own. So it is good that the two of you are standing somewhere and I'm standing somewhere. At least when we come back on here, we'll have something to talk about. Of course, I can't take away the fact that Dubois is good. And the people that he has fought, I feel like if they give it to me, I can also beat them. I'm not heavyweight.
Hey. Can you beat that?
The fighters that they gave to him to fight, apart from Gorman, the rest, Achagbeshi or if they gave those Achagbeshi to Joe Joyce, would have been calling Achagbeshi Nakazon. So for me, the real test for me to make a decision on Daniel Dubois is the fight that is happening on Saturday night. And so I'm really excited. I hope he will bring his A game and deliver. So far, he's knocked almost everybody out, apart from Nathan Gorman. And if you go all the rounds to Nathan Gorman, somebody who couldn't move and he took you to the whole round.
No, he knocked Gorman out.
Hey, sorry, he knocked him out. But in the late rounds. This thing will not cross. This thing will not cross. How do you call it? This thing will not cross. It will not cross. How do you call it? What's his name? It will cross.
But even with Gorman, it was only two.
Yeah, true.
Round five.
True.
Yeah, so, it's fifth round.
Yeah.
So Amedoda. Oh, true. Me, I'm not disputing the fact that it's good though. I was going to fight against an equally fighter, and that's what I'm saying. So the decision of who really can become the heir to the heavyweight throne. The statement will really be written tomorrow on Saturday. So that's what I'm excited about. So let's see how it goes, and let's see if Dubois can really come to the party and fulfill or check all the boxes that we have. He'll be able to tick all the boxes that shows greatness in him, that he's really the king or the incoming king in the heavyweight division. Now, Amedoda, before we go, your last words, any topic at all that you've talked about, if there's anyone in particular that you want to talk about, maybe you can touch on it and then we'll close the show.
Kofi, the fight between Crawford and Bob Arum, the fight between Crawford and Bob Arum is something that I'll never give Bob Arum any chance. Okay, yeah. He's saying that Crawford is not drawing money. So he wants Crawford now to do his promotion work for him. Is that what Bob Arum is saying?
That's what he's saying.
Bob Arum, no, that is what he's saying. He's saying it in a different direction. If the person is not drawing money, who is the promoter? You are promoting the person. Tell the person what to do. The person only go to gym, come and sleep, wake up, come into the ring and come and fight. You are the one who will promote the person. Go and tell people that I have this boxer here. He's very good. But this is a boxer who is being known already. Okay? Everywhere he's been known. And then he's on the ladder of pound for pound, number one, number two. He's there always. And then somebody should promote him for you, or he should come and promote himself for you again, for you to get money. Are you serious in business yourself? What is Bob Arum saying? Bob Arum is somebody that whoever tried to talk for Bob Arum in the money issue, I don't see that person knowing what the whole thing is. Okay. Bob Arum is somebody that he do all these things in his own way, his parochial interest, what he's gaining in it. Apart from that, no. Bob Arum is somebody, his own boxer. He would like his own boxer to lose to another boxer who we know that he's now up and coming, so that he will continue to make his money. That is Bob Arum for you, and that is what he's doing. That is all he's doing. So he will come back and then be saying that Crawford, the whole Crawford is not drawing. And then you will call, what's the name? Teofimo Lopez and pay him to... What do you mean by that? We all know it. American fans are some people that do not follow their books just like that. If you are good, they will follow you. If you are not good, nobody will mind you. But the other countries, they follow their boxes. Teofimo is not 100% American. He's from Hungary. Hungarians will follow Honduras will follow him totally. Okay, that is all. So a whole country is following somebody, and then maybe the continent that American boxer is in, all the supporters don't follow them over there. Only few. That is why this guy, what's the name? Donte Wilder cannot even full up a cubicle in Alabama. He's from Alabama, but in cubicle in Alabama, he cannot fool. His fans cannot fool there. That is why he don't get money. So if you are, those are the things that Bob Arum is riding on to talk what he's saying. You understand? So he should go and do his own work well and leave the very good boxer to do his work.
Okay, good. We had some few comments coming in. It's coming in from Baba and the guy says Kboxtv to the world. Thank you. Me Otu Bruce Tagoe saying big ups Kofi Baisie Jnr. Big ups and big ups to my guys too here who always take time for us. Amedoda and then Cudjoe. This is coming in from, I think this commentator is there's no commentator is coming from Philippines. But I see C Plange. I see the C Plange, but apart from that, I don't know what it means. I'm sure maybe he's a fighter who fights Manyo Plange. I don't know. So I'll look him up and see. I don't know because it's just after something Jan Plange. And this one day I will need a translator to be able to translate it. And this is Nelson Azuru. So Nelson Azuru is the one of the managers of Manyo Plange. I'm sure we will have him on the show when Manyo Plange gets the opportunity to fight in the So hopefully he will come and tell us whether he's been able to secure the fight and other things as well. Emmanuel Joshua says, where can we watch the bout tomorrow? Watching you live from Kaswa Obom Road. Joshua, if you're talking about I'm sure you're talking about the Gameboy fight. For the Gameboy fight, it's going to be live on the Zone. And probably I'll share a link later for you guys to be able to watch the fight tomorrow. So still can stay on Kboxtv. I'll make the link available so that you can also watch. And coming from Brian Davis, he said, hey, I'm sure we'll also say hey back to him. Guys, thank you for making time to for us to discuss what's happening. Like I said, I'm super excited that boxing is returning in Ghana and also returning in Nigeria because the fighters need the purses to be able to take care of themselves and their families. Some of these fighters, they have kids, 2, 1, and all that. You understand? Some of them have wives. They have to take care of their family. You understand? So I'm very excited that boxing is returning, and at least apart from this fight, at least in December there are 3 more fights that I know the boxers will be, other boxers will get opportunity to jump on and then, get their opportunity that they've been waiting for. So I pray that the promoters rotate them so that at least before the year ends, all these 4 fights coming, at least every fighter in Ghana would have at least had an opportunity to fight, and at least, some no Kofi will be there. You will take it and then use it to chop the Christmas because we are in hard times. So big respect to the Nigerian Boxing Federation for bringing boxing back. And big respect to the Ghana Boxing Authorities for also returning boxing in Ghana. The the Sunday fight will be live on Kboxtv. So, I mean, for anybody around the world who is part of our over 401,000 followers on Facebook, don't go anywhere. We'll be here to stream the fight live for you guys to watch it and see how Ghanaian fighters are doing. The same way tomorrow, I would monitor how things will go in Nigeria on the Go TV. If there's a link that I can share for other people around the world to know how the fight is also going in Nigeria, I'll do the same. I'll share it so that you people to also catch up on what's happening in Nigeria. Big thank you to Daniel Sowah. Big thank you to the Cudjoe Amedoda for always making time to discuss boxing happening in the world. We wish all the fighters that are going to fight, especially Gameboy Tagoe in the USA, well, that he'll be able to cruise against Menard and then come back home victorious. And hopefully the opportunities that we'll see him as a world champion soon also opens, and then he he grabs a world title for Ghana and and puts some people that have been shaming him to aim because to bed, because that guy has worked so hard to get to where he is, and it would be great if he can accomplish or become a world champion and write his name in secure another world champion. Of course, he's an IBO world champion, but I'm sure he himself wants the WBO so that he'll be able to be more proud, so that the people who go like he's not like a real legit world champion can show them that he can show them the WBO or whatever title that will come on as a result of the hard work that he has put or dedicated his sports to. So guys, tomorrow, God willing, we'll be here to discuss Dubois and Joe Joyce. And then we'll also discuss. Tomorrow we'll be here to discuss the Emmanuel Gameboy tables fight, and then God willing, Saturday we'll discuss the Joe Joyce and then the Dubois fight, as well as Mike Tyson and then Leroy Joyce Jr. Thank you and have a very good evening, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So guys, thank you
for always making time. We'll see you guys I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll discuss what's happening. We'll discussing the aftermath of all the events that was happening, especially the Ghanaian fight. We are super excited to see Gameboy back, and so definitely we'll talk about how he would perform tomorrow. Don't forget the fight will be live on the zone, and I'll share a link that you guys will be able to jump on and then watch the fight. Very, very important for us in Ghana. We're not that privileged to be able to see these zones and all that, but we'll try our best to make sure that Ghanaian fans don't miss out on the opportunity to watch our world champion. Gameboy, if you're watching this, just know that Ghana is solidly behind you. We wish you well, and we hope that you'll be able to you'll be able to cruise over Mason Bernard tomorrow, and then hopefully what title opportunity opens so that you become a world champion. That we believe that you can. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, kindly jump on it. Go to YouTube, type Kboxtv, Kboxtv, and subscribe to our Kbox YouTube channel. And if you haven't followed us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram, please kindly do the same. Just go on any of those platforms and then start Kboxtv and then subscribe or follow us to as well. It's a channel that's bringing greatness and connecting African fighters as well as the world fighters to you, the fans. And we are doing this thing because we love you, the fans. So help us by following and then liking and then subscribing to all our platforms, so that at least together we can all benefit from the news that we come to bring you. A lot of guys are fighting on the Ghanaian card. One talent we are looking for is the Alfred Lamptey. Also the heavyweight sensation, but now he's fighting from the light heavyweight, but he will eventually evolve into heavyweight at some point of his time, which is Ahmed Abdullah. A Streetwise Foundation signee, which we feel like he can go he can get to the very top. He's also fighting on Sunday against John Dugu. Ace Power Promotions and then Box Office Sports Promotions are the team that are coming together to promote this event, and it will be live on Kboxtv, also on Ace TV, and then on Box Office Sports Promotions Facebook page. So you can just choose a choice, any of them, and then subscribe and then follow them and then be able to watch the fight. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be a very exciting fight, and many people around the world will see that we are back and we are back with the boom. We wish our Nigerian counterparts well. We've already seen the win, and then one of the titles on the line with the Secretary Aborin. And so we hope that the guys will give us a very fantastic show, and everything will go well. And big respect to Larry in UK. It's a Nigerian fighter fighting fighting in UK. He made some donation, or he put some things together, including some gloves and all that, to be donated to some of the fighters back in Nigeria, especially the amateur fighters. Very good gesture, and we just hope that some of these things come like very often, so that the boys will be able to put their craft together and have have that kind of to lift their hopes and their beliefs that the career that they've chosen, that they want to become boxers, will become like more achievable, because most of these guys are training, but we don't even really have the right equipment that they need to really train. And so this gesture that Larry has done is one thing that I'm sure will go a very long way in helping the boys, perfect their trade and their training in the various camps. And hopefully with the girl opportunities and competition, they're able to deliver. With that said, looking forward for the Mike Tyson and then Joe Joyce fight, because I'm a strong fan of both of these two fighters. And so I want to see how things pan out tomorrow. Guys, thank you for always making time to watch us. Like I said, if you're going to say a prayer for yourself, make sure you say one for us too. Until then, have a very good evening and God bless you.